All right, another episode of Fanning on the Road. I work on the road. It's what I do. Restoring historic buildings. Pretty cool job. Anyway, I've been working in Sandusky, Ohio for a while. Working 410s, so 3-day weekend. It's cold. There's really not much to do here, especially given the weather. So I kind of broke my self-imposed fan buying moratorium last weekend. Just out of sheer boredom, needing something to do, something to work on in my hotel room. So anyway, I went to this little antique mall that I hadn't been to before. Didn't even know it was there. A little bit more frou-frou-y, crafty kind of crap than I like to see, or like to go to an antique mall and see. But, just about on my way out, last booth or so, I saw this amazing 77646 AS, Emerson, of course, for $45. Snagged it up. These are great fans. I just love them. Cleaned up great. Even the blades. I mean, the blades look amazing on this thing, They're always missing tons of paint. Well, not tons, but I used Blue Magic on them, which you got to be very careful with, but the Mother's just wasn't getting it done. And I feel like the Mother's wheel polish kind of leaves a bit of a haze on certain painted surfaces sometimes. And there were also some weird spots on the base that just the Mother's was not getting out. And the Blue Magic did. So this is just a great example from 1950. You add 20 to that little number down there, and that's your year of manufacture. Anyway, yeah, great fan, love it. $45. I'll buy those all day long for that in that good a condition. Okay, onward to the Swan. I have one like this. It's not in nearly as good a condition. Was watching this one on Facebook Marketplace for, a week and a half or so, but it was in Detroit, and just given the weather, it was listed for $700, which is just crazy money, really. I mean, if it was in a little bit more mint condition or restored, and you're a certain, seller or retailer or eBay seller, and, just the right buyer comes along, I mean, I guess that's not insane money, but finally got him, talked to him a lot, and he kind of, he enjoyed my banter and my knowledge about these, and I'm still learning this whole fan thing, but I'm pretty versed on some of this stuff. And so he said he'd come down to a number that I thought was kind of reasonable, still more than I wanted to pay. And, just wasn't really willing to drive 2 hours to Detroit from Sandusky in bad weather to get it. So I just kind of left it on the back burner. Well, lo and behold, 2 days ago on Thursday, work asked me if I could go to, or told me they needed me to go to Detroit to do some sort of emergency repair work way up high in the Fox Theater there. Pretty cool. And I did, and it was overtime money, so about a 10-hour grueling day climbing up about 70 feet worth of ladders on a scaffold. But yeah, so I worked it out with him. I kind of asked the guy nicely if he would accept a little bit less than what he initially said he would, and he said yeah. So here we are. Just a great example. Something kind of funky going on with this label. Let me know if you've ever seen anything like this. It kind of looks like there's 2 decals on there. I don't know. And this is the original paint. So unless that was something that was done at the factory, I just can't figure it out. Just makes no sense. Blades are balanced great. I don't think anything's ever been done with it. I mean, it kind of looks like somebody's polished them a bit. There's a dent here in the cage, which is kind of, probably the worst thing about it. I mean, yeah, there's dents in the bullet, but that's kind of par for the course for these things, I know you can get repros on eBay. He was convinced this was the original cord. He got it from a woman who, it was handed down to her from her mother or grandmother. But I don't know. I mean, I know these had rubber cords on them originally. Believe it or not, everyone thinks they had, twisted cloth, but they just didn't. If you look in the Emerson catalogs, they had kind of a flat rubber cord that almost looks like lamp cord, except the groove is not as deep as modern lamp cord. Anyway, it's very old if it is an original, but let me know if anyone's ever encountered this exact cord on an Emerson that is known to be original. Thing has amazing spin down time. I got 1 minute and 15 seconds out of it yesterday, which is just, I mean, amazing. So let's just see what we get here. Let it run for a minute. Tried to do this a minute ago on this video, and I had it on oscillating, so I'm remaking it without it oscillating. So we'll, right here at the 6-minute mark, we'll turn it over. Actually, I'll just unplug it. Okay, so spin down test on the 1935 Silver Swan. "20 seconds. "30. "40. And there's 1 minute right now. Minute and 7 seconds. So still amazing. Wow. All right, so there you have it. 2 beautiful Emersons, 1935 Silver Swan and 1950 77646 AS.